Hi everyone, welcome to your Friday reading. So, and there is a bee here. Bees have been the theme. I still haven't gotten that bee tarot deck that I keep talking about. Come on, little bee. Come on, go away, go away. It's buzzing right around the mug. This is your Friday reading. Happy Friday, happy end of the week. I need it to be outside because I have my feet barefoot firmly planted on the ground to do a little earthing, and I know it's really loud out here. Sorry, nothing I can do about that. And if you see that, that is a tree that came down in the storm, and that's part of the tree, and it still has to be, you know, kind of scooped up. And anyway, yeah, I was sad to see it come down, but if that's the only damage I had, I'm in pretty darn good shape, all things considered. And so anyway, is what it is. Yeah, that was it. So, and as a community member has mentioned, continue to say prayers and send whatever you can send, or be of help, and in whatever way you can be of help to a lot of people who are really suffering because of the hurricane. Okay, so I probably feel like I need to sit back a little bit. Feel like I'm a little close. All right, so what is the vibe and the energy today? I pulled this mug, Let the Adventure Begin, and I thought, why is that the theme today? And it's embrace the unexpected is what came up. That's what I heard. Embrace the unexpected. There have been a lot of readings about change and change coming in, and it's not something to be afraid of. And you know, a good friend of mine mentioned that solar eclipse energy, we seem to be riding out of the chaos of that a little bit, because we have all been on an emotional high alert, or alert. I said alert. Never mind. Anyway, but emotional high alert, and it does feel like that there is a regaining of calm, almost dignity about people. There isn't this hurried flurry of rushed action that feels like we're just spinning our wheels. So it feels like things are calming down, and we are better prepared to accept the unexpected. Boy, I'm having trouble talking today. So anyway, it feels strong, settled, and good. The energy feels just that. Strong, settled, and I'm also hearing the word purposeful and good. Okay. Okay, so let's get into it. I pulled 4 decks. I brought 4 decks out with me. Okay, and as I lifted one, the table shifted because the ground is uneven. So I think I'm going to have to... Oh, sorry about that. Okay, Priestess of Light Oracle. Let's get a general vibe and see what we can come up with that might help to... And hi, I'm Holly, energy reader. I only use Oracle and Tarot as a jumping off point for these readings because they are, in fact, general readings. So please understand that. So yeah, so let's see one more time. Okay, what is the general reading, general purpose of this reading geared toward the collective today? What is the message for the collective today, Friday, leading into the weekend? What is the message for Friday leading into and going through the weekend? Okay, I guess those cards needed to do a little earthing and grounding too. Hold on. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, this goes along with that initial vibe. Building your world, creation, expansion, and networking. So, building your world. Okay, so there's been a lot of cocooning lately. There's been a lot of going within lately. But look at this bright light going up, and like the core of her is being completely saturated with this light, the light of the divine. You are coming into your own, and it is in true recognition of that. There's true recognition of that and understanding of that, and what you, and Even if you don't know the specifics of what you're creating, I have a feeling it's going to come to you. The experience, the knowledge, the wisdom, someone's going to say just the right thing, and it's going to be up to you to do something about it. Sacred breath and sound, life force and communication. And of course, there's a dolphin. So there could also be some very intense loving energies coming toward you, either for yourself, from the divine, your connection to all that is. But there will be, it could be another person, it could be a situation. You could find yourself in family chaos and drama that seems like it's boiling over, may suddenly calm down, that kind of thing. You're going to be surrounded by loving emotions and situations and people, and that's just based on the dolphin. But there is also a light coming from her hand. Sacred breath and sound. What I'm hearing is everything you need is within you already. The spark of the creation, of the creator, the spark of the creator, the all that is, everything is already within you, and we carry that within us. I'm sorry I'm so jumbled. I am really stumbling over my words today. Okay, and I gotta put my microphone up really high because I'm not sure about the sound, so if all of a sudden I muffle it by covering it up, sorry. Not that one. All right, they want me to go, actually, they want me to use this one, the Lima Lenormand. So, what is the message for the collective today? I feel like the messages are going to be very gentle, very soothing. We've had some pretty intense readings lately, with deception, envy, greed, lack of direction, misdirection. So, oh gosh, okay. Put these in order. Oh, and I keep saying how the number 2 keeps coming up in 22. The middle card is 22. And I just heard the path will be revealed. And this card makes sense for that. Yeah. So the path will be revealed. You were in the first card. Let me go in order. Back up. Here's the first card. Number 27. Okay, a letter. A split path. A direction, taking direction. Or multiple opportunities. And it ends with card 28, which is the man. He is a dapper gent. Okay. So what I'm hearing from this and what I'm picking up from this, and you don't even have to be able to channel any messages from spirit to figure this one out, I don't think. The message is coming in. Whether the message comes in through an actual written communication, or whether it's a letter, or whether you read it in a book or watch it on a documentary or see it in a movie, or it's someone who just in passing. Sometimes people are instruments of the divine, because you can be standing in the grocery store and someone will just say something that you overhear. It may not even be said directly to you, and you will have a head to toe almost shiver because it resonates so deeply with you. And that happened to me one time when I was very, very young. I was at work, and I was trying to figure out my next step and the direction to take. And I knew there had to be change. I just didn't know what direction to take. And she just out of the blue started talking about her family and her daughter. And she and I never really had long conversations about anything. And we were just passing as we were walking. And she started telling me about her daughter and said, you know, that's something you might want to think about. That could be good for you. And it was exactly what I needed to hear, and it was exactly what I did, and it changed the course of my life for the better. And it was a career move, you know, out in the regular world kind of career move. And it made things easier for me because I was burning out so desperately and so fast at the time. So look for those opportunities. Now, when those opportunities present themselves, that also means that it's up to us to take the steps to make them happen. So when I say, Spirit, show me the door, just show me the door and I'll walk through it. That's what I mean. Spirit uses people, the written word, any number of things to get the message to us, but we have free will, so we have to take the opportunity and we have to walk through that door on our own. Okay, and that's what this means. You find your direction. Oh, my foot is itchy. Okay. The thing about earthing, sometimes things bite you, like ants. I'm pretty sure this place was built on an anthill. Anyway, so there we go. You will get the information. It will give you that aha moment. Then you get to choose your path and the direction you take. And this last card is the wild card. It could be that it could be that you are a male watching, or this is for a male that you know, or it could be that you are stepping into your masculine energy if you're a female and you are taking control of things. Now, that's a big old stereotype because we all know that everybody has both qualities, and it's not that one gender has to be one thing and one gender has to be the other. That's ridiculous. But if you are the kind of person, male or female, where you have taken a backseat and let life happen to you, you are getting ready to step forward and take the lead in your own life. That's one way to look at this. Another way to look at this is that this does in fact involve a person. This does in fact involve, this could represent a career path, a job, or a literal person. And since this is an adult and not a child, I would think it would be in more of the adult relationship realm, okay? But that could also be a friend. I don't see anything on me. Then again, I have twitchy nerve endings in my body, so who knows, maybe it's just that, or maybe the earthing's working. Okay. I brought the light seers out, but I don't think I really need that one. Let's go to this, which is the Weissbull Wild Reflections Tarot. Okay. Even though I'm in the shade, I'm kind of squinting and I have no idea what this is going to look like, so I apologize if I'm looking all crazy, you know. But it's still creating kind of a glare for me, so I have no idea what's going on. Holy moly, the bee is back, and now my ankle is itching again. All right, I'm not going to read into that any more than it's just itchy. All right, the bee, yeah, that little bee. Wait, I don't have a lot of bees around me right now, or in this area. So, well, in this area, yes, but not in this area of the yard. So, I think what is that? Okay, I need to look into that. And a friend was stung by a bee yesterday. Oh, I know. Oh, they also want me to tell you all about this. Okay, so I was in the shower, and not that that's unusual or a big deal, that's not my point, but I was in the shower, and my shampoo bottle is like a big jumbo bottle that you pump, you know, has a pump on top. Normally, if something comes flying toward your eyeball, you have a knee-jerk reaction, and you know, squint or close your eyes or something before it actually blows into your face. And I was pumping the shampoo bottle, and I'm telling you, it was the weirdest thing, okay? And of course, it's my lazy eye that's a little weird anyway and wonky. But so I saw some of this shampoo came down into my palm the way it should, and it was up high on a shelf. And this little piece of it, like a blob of it, literally, I could see it almost in slow motion. And I'm like, okay, there's something going on here. I could even process that while I was in the middle of it, even though it happened fast. But I could see it as it hit my cornea. And I thought, okay, that was weird. It doesn't burn. Oh, ouch, it burns. So I had a delayed reaction with the burning sensation. So then I'm rinsing it out, and it's bloodshot, and it's ridiculous. And I still had to finish showering, and I got out and got some drops, put it in, and it's fine. It's perfectly fine, and it was perfectly fine then. But I had to stop and ask. It's like, that has never in this lifetime happened to me, and at my age. Okay, that has never happened, so that's a big deal to say. So I thought, what does this mean? And what it said was, stop doubting yourself, or what I heard was, stop doubting yourself. See clearly. You are seeing clearly. Trust what you know. And I thought, okay. All right. So it was just validation, and it was like, don't let my vision get clouded by things that are coming toward me. You know what you're seeing. And so I feel like that message is, and it was sparked by the bee, because I had no intention of bringing it up. I wasn't thinking about it. The bee sparked that, okay? So, interesting. Thank you, bee. And now the bee is gone. Okay. All right, so what is the message? Gosh, I'm itchy all over right now. My knees are itching. My ankles are itching. My head is itching. I'm dropping cards. Happy Friday, y'all. Okay. I know, it is so loud right here. It is so loud. Yeah. Okay. And after I told that story, on the heels of that story, the only card that comes out when I shuffle this deck twice is the Six of Swords. These swords in this deck are interesting because they look like arrows and they have a quiver. Usually, very often what you're seeing is the quiver, which is, in this instance, in most old quivers on arrows were feathers. Look at the expression on that dude's face. Look at the expression on that guy's face. That is almost a smirk. He's watching her row herself away. Oh, I get it. I know what the smirk is. She's finished with it. She's moving on, and he's thinking, not so fast. Around those quivers, there's all that glitter and sparkle coming up. This is someone who is watching someone leave to go to a different shore. And this one is thinking, the one with the swords or the arrows is thinking, yeah, but my arrow I can shoot further than where you're rowing. That's a lot of arrogance. That's a whole lot of arrogance. You know, another reading on that is that this person, like, her back is to him, and he's just watching. Watching and watching and watching. Well, good for you. So glad you got eyeballs. But you know what? I need clarification on this. Now we're going to go to the Light Seers. All right. Light Seers, Tarot. And so I want clarification on this. What is this about, please? Mother, Father, God, Spirit, Guides, and Guardians. What is this about? What is this about? Because something feels awkward and uncomfortable about it. Something feels a little awkward and uncomfortable. What is the situation going on here? What is the situation going on with this? They're asking me which party in the image, the male. First, let's get a read on that male, because I don't trust what's going on there. Okay, this won't move, so I'm gonna just take that out, and we're gonna use those. Anything else? That one flipped over. Yeah. Okay, so here's what happened. While I was shuffling, I stopped. I couldn't get a grip on the cards, and there was a chunk that separated itself and refused to move. They were just stuck in my hand, but they wouldn't fly out. And here they are in order. Queen of Cups, Three of Cups, and that's been in the reading the last 2 days. It's been the last card in both of those days. In this reading, we're about midpoint, because then we go to the Queen of, then we go to the Queen of Swords, and then the Knight of Swords. And what did fly out and landed on top of this card like that, on top of the Six of Swords, on top of that guy's head, is the Knight of Pentacles. And the pentacles could be considered coins, usually considered coins, or a shield, or something like that. It's very grounded earth energy, right? So it's also a knight that is walking in front of his horse, so he's in no hurry to get where he's going. Basically, in this instance, it's confirming that this guy feels no rush and no hurry, because he's pretty sure no matter where she goes or this other person goes, it's almost like he feels like he's a puppeteer controlling the situation. Even though this person thinks they're moving to another shore, this person is like, no, I'm controlling the situation in reality, which is way creepy. Okay, now the ones in the middle, I feel like this is him, and that was the read for him. I'm not liking that individual, kind of unnerving a little. Whereas it's almost like it's become a game, not healthy. I feel like these are starting with the other person, or the person in the boat. We'll call the first three are dealing with the person in the boat going to another shore. The last one is again a Knight of Swords. It's a Swords card, and I think it's a realization here too. Okay, so we're going to put that one over here with our little Mr. Egotistical man, or egotistical archer. Okay, so we have Queen of Swords, Three of Cups, and then Queen of Swords. So she moves, so the person in the boat is moving from a place of complete and loving energy to turning a back on something that was the promise of a celebration, or perhaps this person was stepping out, not being who they should have been. So this Queen of Cups went from being a giving, loving, nurturing soul into saying, no. I feel like a multifaceted person, and that came up in a reading too. So this may be a conclusion or a different version of that story. I don't know. Story, reading line, I don't know. But in this, when I saw this before, it was about celebration and full circle. In today's reading, this card comes across as saying no and turning a back on a situation and saying yes to herself, which is another version of, I think, one of the other readings. And we got to get through this, man. Whatever's going on, I hope it happens quickly and moves on, because this is not healthy. And then we have the Queen of Swords. So I think this is the coming together. I mean, not coming together of two people, but coming together within the self. And all these readings, all the readings this week have had some element of this, it seems like. So this is, I feel like, the conclusion. Okay, so she finally steps into, or the person in the boat, male or female, it's the energy of the card that matters. The person in the boat finally steps into, like yesterday's warrior mode, Queen of Swords. Yeah, well, you might have 6 swords, and you might be the Knight of Swords. You might even be the Knight of Pentacles, but the Queen of Swords has all the power here. She decides where she's going. And look at that. She is... It's hard to see. I don't know what that is. It looks... Is it a buoy? Or is she on a mountain? I don't know where she is. I don't know if she's on a mountaintop or a buoy or what, but out in the ocean. But whatever it is, it doesn't matter, because she's settled and she knows who she is and where she is. She doesn't even have her sword up and drawn as a form of protection. And she doesn't have an arrow. She's got a full-on sword. So... Okay, so this one here, the archer, the arrogant archer, is like, la la la, I can take my time. And then realizes, uh-oh, no, I can't. Because this Knight of Swords all of a sudden realizes, I had no idea she had that in her. I had no idea that the boat, the person in the boat rowing away, meant what they said, meant what they did, and have a greater well of strength within them. So that when that warrior energy comes up, it comes up big time. So whomever has been, for whatever part of the collective that particular reading has been for this week, because it's come up in slight variations, but generally the same reading, for whomever that is for, I feel like with the rounding out and closing of the solar eclipse, I do feel like this reading will finally have some resolution, and you will know where you are going, and it will truly whatever the situation is, the situation with yourself and your own life, or coming to terms with something, or moving to a new location, or moving into a new job, or moving into whatever you're moving into, wherever that boat is taking you. I feel like this is the week that it resolves itself. And that would go along with the opening vibe too. I do feel like there is an element of the unexpected that will happen. So expect the unexpected, but remember, you have control to say yes or no to it. I also had an epiphanal moment before the sun came up. I had an epiphanal moment. And yes, I'm recording this Thursday afternoon for Friday morning. So that means very, very early this morning. I mean, I have, and thank you for the comments about how crazy everyone else's sleep patterns have been too, but hopefully we will get a little more sleep. I mean, there's a reason why it's used as a form of torture, you know, lack of sleep. It kind of makes you a little wiry sometimes, but I know it does me. But the epiphany that I had was that I had this overwhelming feeling of dread and this oppressive feeling, and I felt like all the things that I had to do, and what I had to go back and start doing things I didn't want to do, and I had to go into whatever role, and I wasn't able to do the things I wanted to do, and I felt it was a little bit of a pity party and a little bit of reality and a little bit of it's what happens when, you know, you just have to kind of deal with stuff sometimes. And then through a series of events yesterday, I spoke with 3 different former colleagues, and one in particular at length. And then I had to deal with an agency that was as organized as a clown car, okay? So, and I thought, you know, I'm already physically feeling it taking a toll on me. Not the friends and coworkers, but former colleagues, but just being in the environment surrounding what we all had to deal with, and some still do deal with. And the epiphany, and I hope this resonates with you, and I know it's taking me forever to get there, but when I changed my mindset, circumstances haven't really changed, but when I changed my mindset and I realized I don't have to deal with any of this, I don't have to do things, and instead of focusing on what I can't do, focus on what I can do. It doesn't change any of those other things going on or any of those other factors. But when I realize what opportunities are here for me, not possibly in the future, and yes, that, but in the immediate right now, I realized, okay, and I had to acknowledge just how far I have brought myself. I was grateful for the people who have shown me through both positive and negative experiences how to be, or what I want to be. That's a better way to put it. So if you know, you roll your eyes and you're like, yeah, well, that's not my life, and that's okay, then this message isn't for you. But I had to remember who I was to know who I am now and how different I am. And it's not what I can't do, it's all the things that I can do. And all of a sudden, that oppressive feeling left. So, all right. Well, I'm going to leave it there. Have a great weekend. Have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend. I feel like this weekend some things are going to be resolved. I feel like answers are going to be granted, and it's going to be an internal journey. So I'm wishing you all peace. I know there have been some requests for prayers, and absolutely, you have them. And if everyone would be so inclined, even if you don't know the person or what the situation is, you can always call and ask for the highest and the best for all involved, and the peace and the strength and the healing to know what to do. And all of a sudden that bee is back and right on my tripod, right as I felt an energy come up behind me. There was a very large male energy behind me right now who has become very protective all of a sudden. All right, thank you so much. I'm sending so much love to all of you, and have a good weekend. I'll see you Monday. Bye, everyone.